Venezuela. Do you think that there's any way the army will swing completely behind Juan Guaido?
But the situation right now in Venezuela, you have Guaido clearly has the support of has popular support since assuming the interim presidency, according and invoking the Venezuelan constitution in January. It's been over a 3-month process, and he's clearly secured popular support. He secured the necessary diplomatic support within the Americas and within leading European countries, let's say within the Western world. But in terms of the military, that's where it's been the sticking point. I would say right now the military remains fragmented, mostly, if you to a certain extent, I would say, according to generational fault lines and the fault lines according to rank. I think Guaido has support amongst particularly the younger officers, the younger members of the security and military establishment. But as you go up and you go further up the military hierarchy, the level of support, I would say, becomes uncertain, because obviously there's those who are either they're directly associated with the regime, particularly if you're looking at the top military brass, others who have no plan B if this regime ends, others who are just ideologically committed to this regime. So I would say as you go up the military hierarchy, once again, that level of support, it becomes uncertain. Many don't know exactly which way to go. And obviously, you also have the Cuban element. The Cuban element, what I mean by that is that they've infiltrated, the Cubans have infiltrated the security military establishment over a period of 20 years. And they're effective, very, very effective. And in terms of helping Maduro maintain that military support and their ability to conduct surveillance amongst the military and political establishment is very, very effective. So you take into consideration all these factors, and also you take into consideration the fact that we have Russian help, particularly on the technical front, in assisting the regime. So despite the popular support for Guaido, despite the diplomatic support from the Western world, you still have that major question mark within military ranks. Oh. And obviously, ultimately, the future of Venezuela will be determined and be determined by those who have the bullets, and less so by those who possess the number of ballots.